In the modern age of boxing, a fighter's career can be built on their ability to not only take jabs at their opponent inside the ring, but outside it as well. Wilder and Joshua are both former champions and both lost title fights in 2021. Joshua lost in a surprise defeat to Alexander Usyk in September when he gave up his IBF, WBA, and WBO belts. In this video, we're going to discuss breaking Deontay Wilder just officially went off on Anthony Joshua. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. The Bronze Bomber lost his trilogy rematch to WBC champion Fury the following month as he looked to win back the belt after losing it back in February of 2020. Anthony Joshua has offered proof that Deontay Wilder ducked their undisputed clash in 2018. The pair held extensive talks over a clash for all four heavyweight belts after Joshua defeated Joseph Parker in Cardiff. But negotiations broke down with Joshua confirming he rejected an offer worth $50 million to stage the clash. Joshua has now argued it was actually Wilder who turned down the fight, replying to a fan, "Yes, I am scared. Need I say more? Let's put this AJ ducked saga to rest. I respect Wilder, he's a good fighter. He just wasn't ready to fight me. If you don't believe me, see below." Wilder's guaranteed purse is in the neighborhood of $15 million, according to multiple sources with knowledge of the offer. Typically, boxers receive a percentage of the revenue for fights of this magnitude. The guarantee is considered a lowball offer by industry insiders, given the massive amount of revenue the showdown is sure to generate. However, Wilder, 40-0 with 39 knockouts, has lobbied for this fight for well over a year. After he rallied to stop Luis Ortiz in a Fight of the Year candidate in March, Wilder again banged the drums for a meeting with Joshua. Wilder's co-manager Shelly Finkel has reiterated that Wilder could be open to a fight with Joshua, telling Sky Sports, "You would then have to have Joshua beat Usyk in September, and then we can talk. Always have wanted to make Joshua fight. Deontay wants to be the undisputed champion, but first he has to take out Fury." Fury and Joshua had planned to fight for all the world titles this summer in Saudi Arabia, but Wilder received his opportunity to reclaim the WBC belt after a ruling from an arbitration judge. The fight with Wilder, if the deal comes to fruition, promises to be even bigger in magnitude. It would pit two devastating punchers in their prime, and each man boasts tremendous size. Joshua is 6'6" and weighed 242 in his last bout. Wilder, known as the Bronze Bomber after he medaled at the 2008 Olympics, stands tall at 6'7", and while he routinely weighs around 230 pounds, he was just a shade above 214 in his last outing. Joshua insists history will show it was his American rival who avoided the fight, but he had previously admitted to being annoyed by accusations it was him. He told Sky Sports, "It makes the ultimate sense. It's hard because at the time when people are talking and you see lots of media stuff, you start to believe what the person is saying. When time goes by, naturally the truth will always reveal itself. I get a lot of stick, but I take it with a pinch of salt." He admitted it. "We made him a lucrative offer, but he wanted to face Fury. So be it. If that's what he wanted to do, fine. But he dragged my name through the mud. He has come out and said it himself. We offered him a really good deal." Wilder later ended his trilogy rivalry with Fury in a second consecutive defeat when he was stopped for the second time, leaving him frozen out of the current title picture. Manchester United striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic was in Cardiff to watch Joshua's 10th round stoppage of Tackham at the Principality Stadium, and he told IFL TV Wilder is the opponent he'd like to see the Briton face next. But New Zealander Parker would be the more logical step, as tensions have been building around a British-American clash between Joshua and Wilder. While British fans are desperate to see Fury and Joshua meet in the ring, Joshua insisted he was happy to fight either heavyweight. The undisputed gets put on hold. "If I win, I'll fight either one of them. If Fury wins, I'll fight Fury. But if Wilder wins, I'll fight Wilder. If Fury wins and doesn't take the fight with me because of his stated hit list that he wants to fight Dylan White first or Derek Chisora, then I'll fight Wilder." Honestly, there's no problem with challenging any fighter in the heavyweight division. Recently unified world champion Anthony Joshua chimed in on the topic, revealing why he thinks Deontay Wilder is not replying to Tyson Fury's comment. Anthony Joshua said after facing a huge loss in February, Wilder might be stewing in his loss or might be busy conjuring a master plan to defeat Fury. Whatever happens, Anthony Joshua claims he would love to know what's going through Wilder's mind. Despite this, Anthony Joshua says he would love to see Deontay Wilder make a return as he's a great asset to the heavyweight division. Anthony Joshua said he would also like to know how Deontay Wilder found the strength to look past his loss. Wilder lost to Tyson Fury via TKO in the 7th round, losing his WBC title in the process. Negotiations for a deal had reportedly broken down due to a disagreement on which country would host the fight. Both parties wasted no time blaming the other, and it seems as though there's still an underlying grudge between the two. When addressing the media in London as part of the promotion for the upcoming Fury fight, Wilder didn't think twice when asked who he thinks is the tougher opponent out of Fury and Joshua. Wilder said, per Boxing Scene, "Fury is awkward, long, moves his body. If he doesn't win by knockout, I think he'll win on points. When I consider Joshua, he's too stiff. He's definitely robotic and does not move his head." Former heavyweight champion Tyson Fury has won both of his 2 comeback fights since returning to action. The Gypsy King dispatched both Sefer Seferi and Francisco Pianeta in convincing victories. The fight against Wilder, however, marks a significant step in the caliber of opponent he's squaring off against. Fury, never one to back down from a Twitter spat, hit back by saying the arbitration was known about by all of Joshua's team and that it was out of his hands. He then backed up his claim by posting a video of Fury observing a fist fight while ringside at the Canelo Alvarez-Billy Joe Saunders fight last week, saying, "A barrier held you back, not even a bouncer." Occasionally, when a fighter is due to a mandatory fight that needs to be delayed in favor of a better fight, step-aside money is paid to a fighter to sweeten the deal. Fury said that Wilder's step-aside price was $26 million, adding, "Looks like I will have to crack his skull again." Malik Scott, Wilder's new trainer, said in an Instagram post that Wilder has no interest in step-aside money and that he wants blood. Tyson was then quizzed about what Wilder needed to do in order to have beaten Fury in their fights. "Any fight between the pair will come with a tremendous amount of ill feeling. Usyk is also rated as one of the best pound-for-pound boxers in the world, so will provide a stern test for the reigning champ." The 35-year-old has a record of 42 wins from 44 fights, 41 of which came by a knockout, including 20 in the first round. The only fighter he has met and failed to beat is Fury, who earned a draw in their first meeting, although plenty had Fury down as the victor despite a tremendous knockdown in the 12th round, and beat Wilder in his last fight. Attached to Joshua's tweet was a social media post from Wilder in 2020 which read, "When that fight was a draw, I told you that I would give you Tyson Fury a rematch. You know I was offered more money to fight Joshua than I was to fight you." Regardless of their defeats, most fans would still welcome a matchup between the pair, including former undisputed King Tyson. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.